beautifuls. I'm winging it. I guess gonna pick some cards and see what happens. So the last couple of days, some of my Starseed stuff's been coming up, like Mintaka, the water planet, the mermaids, has been really like popping up synchronistically. Also Avalon, that keeps coming up, and yeah, the connections, and I guess, you know, these. Alright, so I'll talk a little bit about the connections we feel with certain, like, whether you consider yourself a starseed or what your ancestors are. I mean, I guess starseed is like you remember your link with different civilizations, whether they're on this planet or others, feeling a link with ancestors, past, present, future. I don't know, quantum connections of ancestors. I don't know why that's popping into my head right now, but we'll just go with it. And like trusting your feelings when these things come up, and you're like, you just really relate to it, and just freaking go with it, because there is some, if you allow yourself to go with it, there is some amazing things that you can bring into yourself, but also allow to be drawn out of yourself. Like find parts of yourself that, you know, like, it's like, I mean, if you can just approach it like that little kid with fairy tales and imagination, and even if you start that way, just allow yourself to do it, because I mean, I've always been like a bit a kid at heart, and I never really allowed anyone to fully bury that within me. It's always been in me, and I think that's really, it's really important. You know, so much of our fun gets hammered out of us, like, that's not real, you're an adult, grow up, it's not reality, blah 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 blah. And you know, that's burying part of ourselves. And you know, a big aspect of this awakening is unburying that and finding the magic within yourself again, because believe me, this world is fucking magic. We have magic inside of ourselves. I don't know what other word to use than magic. It is magical. I am living in a fairyland now. I'm a fairy. And yeah, so, you know, allow yourself to go there and look into it. And you know, there's so much information about starseeds out there now, and you know, that was part of my really allowing myself to awaken that side of me. And you know, it's completely blown my mind, and now I'm connected with them. So you know, some of this stuff, a lot, most, all maybe, that we have been told is not real, it's just a story, there is actually something to it, hey, and allow yourself to go into it and just explore and see how you feel. Listen to what happens inside you when you look into this stuff. So when it started with me, I you know, kind of at the start, this starseed thing came in, and I just started reading it, and you know, personality traits or whatever, I had a full emotional reaction to this. It's just like this knowing, you know, and the more I looked into all of it, you know, you learn and you feel and you be amazed, and you're like, oh, shit, and your imagination, your creativity expands, and you expand. and you bring that a little bit more magic back into your life to, it really does open the mind and heart, and creativity, imagination, feeling magical. Like, wouldn't you rather feel a little bit like that than that doom and gloom, stress? Be serious all the time, like grow up, that type of thing. A lot of us we all watch the movies all the time. We all read books. But just go next level and look into our galaxy, into our past, into these stories, and just open your mind and feel the connections. Like, I've always felt connections to certain things, like, ancient Egypt. My God, like when I learned about this stuff, all the gods and goddesses in high school, like in history class and stuff like that, it really it hit me and it never left. Things like that, the Celtic, ancient, Ireland, Scotland, even American Indians, like all the ancient history has always had an impact on me, and there's so much to learn from all that. The connections they had with each other and the earth and our star family. Like, it's all coming out now, that all these old ancient historical tribal or civilizations had connections to the stars, like far out there connections. And where did that go? We lost it, but it's coming back now. It is all coming back now. Our connections with the earth, with each other, what we're all capable of, and our connection with our star family, that they have always been there. And it is really going to all start coming out now. It's like we just went through, the dark age, that everyone forgot about it. Like, we all went to sleep, but we're all waking up now, and now all our minds are going to expand, and we're connected to it again, and it's going to be some amazing changes happening in regards to this. Like, we're bringing Atlantis back. We're going to be joining our current modern day environment, and we're going to be bringing this tribal magical connection back into it. And how amazing, and what's going to happen when these things merge in our current day. We've all been mesmerized our whole lives by these stories of, how did they build the pyramids, and the connection with stones and energy and frequency and sound. This stuff is coming back. This is so exciting. Like, we get to make Atlantis again. This is pretty freaking cool. We get to become druids. We're becoming druids. We're becoming shamans again. We're becoming priestesses again. I'm gonna fucking be able to dance around my stone circle. I can't wait to build one in my backyard somewhere and freaking, dance around a stone circle with a group of women on the full moon. This is going to happen in our modern day because people are waking up to this connection and the amazingness of it. And we are going to bring these things into our current lives, and things are gonna change. And we're actually going to get to meet our star family and really understand so much more about the bigger picture, and why have we forgotten for this long? What's happened? Why did it get hammered out of us? And why does it feel like it's been kept from us? Has it been kept from us? Or have we just gone through this dark shadow energy at like a lower frequency point in the earth cycle, that it just went literally the frequency of that area of space is lower? Or like why has it gone from enlightenment to sleep state to enlightenment again? I mean, to me it feels like it's just some kind of really like a cycle. And we've gone from, Atlantis was in a light cycle, and then it went to a dark cycle, but now we're coming into the light cycle again. I mean, is that what, maybe we're going to be finding this out, like what it really is all about. People have been asking these questions for forever. I mean, all these ancient cultures that just seemingly disappeared, the Mayans, are we going to be able to see them in this other dimension? Like, are they gonna come back and say, well, yeah, this is what we did? I don't know, because it's kind of all like all the pieces are starting to fall into place now, and it's just like, oh shit. That's so exciting. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe there's a lot of people out there that just are not reading about this stuff, not watching this stuff, and so they really have no idea about this group of people, what's actually going on out there. It's like, I mean, I guess this is the split, right? There's this group of people that are totally aware of what's going on. Well, we kind of we can see all this stuff freaking falling into place, and shit's about to happen, and it's fucking amazing, like world changing. And then there's this other group of people that are completely not aware of any of it, have no idea. I'm a little bit worried about these people, how they're going to react, but I guess that's where we come in to assist, to explain it when it does kind of start happening. Or maybe it's just going to be a slow process. I don't know. But like when I see it, and I can see all these puzzle pieces like falling into place, and I'm feeling it because I'm going through it within myself and hearing it, and I mean, it's just so exciting for me. It's almost like I'm just waiting for something so like amazing to happen that's just going to blow everyone's minds. Like the stuff that they're finding and sorting out within, these old, the old stuff that they're unraveling, and like working out these codes and shit from all the pyramids, and unburying things that have been buried, and people are working stuff out all of a sudden, like really quickly. It is happening so fast, like, and the contact with our star family is really increasing, and the connection, the connection to the divine, to the all of the all, like that's all part of it, because I mean that's the light we're coming into. It feels like, like we've been further away from it. I don't know, but like we're coming back in, and it's like the light shining on it again, and we can feel that connection. And just feeling that connection like opens us all up. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. All right, I'll pull some cards. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Mintaka, mermaids. So I've got some mermaid. I've got some mermaid cards. And you see, I'm so excited by it. Like literally, the last couple of nights, I've watched I have a few programs on Gaia, and they've been so synchronistic and very similar experiences to what I've gone through, and it's just been such a deep level of confirmation that I have been needing, that has blown my mind. And I really needed that confirmation of what I've been feeling and going through. And I just, it was like that final thing that said, you're not crazy. Other people are doing it and going through it and seeing it just like you, and it is really fucking special and amazing. Gaia has some amazing programs on it. Definitely get into some Gaia if you want to know more about this stuff. That has really given me a lot of information and confirmation, guidance on, like if you're interested in certain things within it, to learn more, to go a bit deeper, because just Googling something, but if you're really interested in this stuff, then go to a more quality source in order to go a bit deeper. And Gaia is that place. There's a lot of quality sources out there, but if you haven't reached that point yet to know where to go for more information, then the channel, the Gaia channel, is do it. All right, so get something from the mermaids. I'm not sure. Mintaka is a planet on Orion's belt. If that means anything to anyone. One of the first messages I got was opening the 10th Stargate of Orion's, I think the message was opening Orion's Stargate, the 10th Stargate, something like that. I watched Stargate the other night. It's always been one of my good movie, that one. Not that I don't think Ra is a bad person. Like in that movie, Ra was a baddie. I think Ra is a goodie. I love Ra. I've always had a connection with Ra. I had a dream that I was Ra's daughter at the beginning of this journey, and that was a very powerful dream. I have a massive connection to the gods of ancient Egypt. Thoth the Moth, Sekhmet, Ptah, Mart. I feel like they're my family. So Ra's a goodie. Ra's my god. Ooh. Alright, so we got abundance. Reminds me of the kids' book, Tiddler, Little Johnny Dory. If any parents out there have ever read that book, I really like that book. Solitude. Oh yeah, I was just talking about this. There is abundance to be found within your with, you know, finding solitude for yourself, find your own abundance within. Turn away, solitude, abundance. Turn away. Turn away what doesn't, it's not working for you. Away turn. We got contentment, contemplation, miracles, blessings, acceptance, and be spontaneous. Ooh. Abundance, blessings, miracles, contentment, solitude, turn away, acceptance. Well, it's like the journey of finding yourself and yeah, isn't that funny? It's like turn away from what's not working for you, get a bit of solitude and figure out what's going on, find your self-acceptance, be content within yourself, what's good for you, add in some contemplation in there to get to self-acceptance. Find a little bit of spontaneity and take some risks, like leap of faith and all that. And then you've got your blessings, your miracles, and then your abundance. I mean, that is kind of like my journey. Thanks, mermaids. Yeah, also when I started, you know, listening to the signs and everything, I started like learning about you know, like if you see an animal, like what does that mean, like spirit animal meanings. You know, you can start opening these connections in so many different levels. Like, I mean, I was seeing numbers to start off with, and I would check that what that means, and I would see animals, because you know these you know, these, like for example the Native Americans, you know, you kind of have that already knowing within you that they listen to what the animals said. You know, if you come across an animal that had a message for you, and that kind of, I guess that instinct of looking into that kicked in with me at the beginning, and the like, so starting to follow those signs was happened at the start for me, and it all kind of flowed from there. So, you know, this kind of stuff, it starts small, but, and you know, if you allow yourself to open yourself to it, and then you kind of just follow the signs and where you get led and what feels good, or I want to know more about that, or I want to know more about that, or so it is like allowing your intuition to lead you to the information or the techniques or the people, or, you know, anything, you know, along this awakening journey. And it's so magical if you allow yourself to do that. Like, finding a feather and the meanings of the different colored feathers, or you know, if you keep seeing the same number, or you know, you see an eagle or an owl, or you know, or there's different kind of stuff that pops into your head, or you know, random bits of information, like to just allow yourself to follow it, because it is your higher self, and you know, your the greater connection is, you know, it is kind of trying to guide you. And if you allow yourself to be guided, it's like allowing yourself to guide yourself, like when you really understand that it is you trying to say, there's your magnet, like allow yourself to go with it. Yeah, it's a pretty cool experience, because you really have fun with it. Hey, you can. It is fun. To allow yourself to have fun with it. I'm trying to get there. I was at the start, it was like, it was amazing. It was so much fun, and then, you know, it got pretty full on, and so then I had to process all that stuff, and it became a little bit serious again. There's some big ideas and some big things in there, so you know, the processing and the growth doesn't ever stop, right? Like, so I still had to process the same old, you know, relationship dynamic, trauma patterns that I've had, the same kind of issues that I've had in the past, I've had to deal with again within my connection with these beings and everything. Like, that has been interesting. It's just been next level, releasing my old patterns with this connection. I mean, that in itself is crazy. Like, to get to this level where it all opens up for you, you're not done. You're not done yet. You're still going through all this ego stuff, but it's next level. It's your connection with the freaking divine. It's like how your ego reacts and your old trauma patterns reacts when you're channeling or when you're receiving messages. You've got to break through it all again in this kind of space. Obviously, you know, it's easier, and they are helping like pretty clearly, and you can hear their help now, so it's a bit easier. You're a bit less hard on yourself. But anyway, so yeah, so it's very exciting, but then you will realize you still have to continue your healing journey through this process all over again. Yeah. And I guess that's why, like, you know, a lot of spiritually minded people that have gone through all this and that they're in touch with it, you know, you may have certain people that come to mind that you know that their ego is still pretty freaking controlling the situation, like, and then, you know, are they still doing things for the right reasons, or because, you know, your ego still does kick in, and I mean, I've even noticed, like, there's still this there's some of them that aren't self-sovereign. They're still putting, you know, they've got this still a worship aspect, you know, what's been kind of encouraged in me, and what I think really is very important when you go through this experience, because I went fangirl and I sent my energy down of thinking, you know, it's not, you know, you can't be thinking even that the divine is better than you, because you are the divine. You know what I mean? Like, they're not there to be worshipped. They don't want to be worshipped. We're not less than. Like once you break through that next step of knowing that we're all equals. It is the self-sovereignty thing, right? Like your work, your work keeps going. Your work keeps going until you become fully like self-sovereign, that you know you are one with them, because they know that they're one with you, and they're trying to encourage you to keep going until you realize that you are the one, that we are all the one, we're all equals, we're at different levels of that journey, but we're always the one, you know, to, so I guess, you know, part of the journey, like that work of the journey keeps going until you become truly, you know, self-sovereign. And I'm still working on that, you know, the ego and the self, you know, that I'm not worthy or I'm less than type, you know, that's still, I'm still working, you know, through that. Like that still kind of comes in every now and then. So the journey, I guess I'm saying the really self-empowerment, the self-sovereign journey, this awakening journey, even when this stuff starts coming in and you start having relationships with light beings and the divine, and you know, that kicks the ego into overdrive sometimes, and you still have to keep processing, you know, that at that level to work through those things. Yeah, that is a big thing that I'm working on through all this stuff, because, you know, I get myself into the little holes, and I'm, you know, becoming uncertain and want them to tell me what to do. Like that's the people pleasing thing that I, you know, have been working on my entire life, you know, and anxious attachment. You know, so they are still lovingly guiding me to break those patterns and work through it to you know, inspire me to keep going with that healing process. I'm still healing those things while we're working on this other stuff together. Yeah, because I mean, I can't really fully embrace my whole true self if I'm still being triggered and impacted by these patterns. So you know, I'm still continuing this healing journey even after awakening. And yeah, the self-sovereignty, self-empowerment journey has been it is very important to me. It's it's a big priority of my journey, is this exact thing, is to get to the point that, you know, I feel on equal footing with like my guides, even freaking the divine, that he you know, by my side. Like we are one, like we're one. And I think a big thing, it will come up a lot for everyone when we get more contact with our star family, is that people will either fear that they want to control us, or people will try and put them up and worship them, like, you know, and that is the thing that we need to balance out, because they don't want to control us and they don't want us to worship them. They want us to learn that we are self-sovereign beings, and we may be different to them, but we are the same. You know what I mean? As in, stand side by side, learning from each other. Because, you know, that is a healthy relationship dynamic. Yeah. So, you know, even like with your partner, it's got to be, you know, equal. It's authentic connection, the healthy relationship dynamics, and that's what, you know, even on this level, we need to be considering what a healthy relationship dynamic is with our star family. So we have to overcome all these patterns that we've had within relationships. It's the next level. I mean, this is a really next level relationship that we need to ensure doesn't become toxic. And you know, they have evolved past that toxic relationship dynamic, but they're trying to help us heal ours so we can have a healthy connection with them, and each other. You know, they're still trying to help us have the healthy relationship with ourselves and our loved ones and the community and our planet and them. Like, the biggest thing that they're trying to do for us is to get us to have this healthy relationship with ourselves and the you know, the divine with each other. That is their biggest thing that they've been helping us with, and trying to teach us how to do, you know, to find that within ourselves, so we can be opened up to connections with them, you know, a bit further. Yeah. Oh shit, where this stuff goes each time is crazy. But yeah, authenticity. I mean, they've gone to the level of their telepathic communication. That's the level of authenticity they've reached. You can't have toxicity when you are telepathic. It's complete authentic communication. Yeah, healthy relationship dynamics. I mean, that's always big for me. I might do that for my next video. But yeah, I mean, I guess first of all, it's finding that authenticity within yourself. So yeah, it's finding you and expressing you and being okay with you, so then you can be authentic with the world around you. Yes. So we'll leave that there for today, and I'll come back and do another one.